After my last adventure in Gasland, following a 4th of July weekend that resulted in my house becoming ground zero to multiple explosions, a scorched lawn, living room, and my face, my husband finally decided to see a doctor about his extremely persistent farting problem that doesn't stop or go away. In fact, it gets even worse when he tries to eat healthy and his gas smells even worse. Like a septic truck driving through a nitroglycerin factory bath. Like the fruit and veggies dishes I've been making haven't been making his gas output any better, and he got worried he might have gotten colon cancer or something because he turned 40 a few months ago, and now it's suddenly like a BMW with 100k miles where everything suddenly breaks and now you're left with a bajillion-dollar repair bill. He went for a colonoscopy first, and had to spend a few days drinking some kind of juice that made him set up camp in our downstairs bathroom. The dog hid under my couch again since the horns of Jericho began blaring at 5 a.m. and didn't stop for almost 14 hours. After pooping himself thin, my husband went to the doctor, and the doctor spent several hours spelunking through the clown's pocket before ultimately finding absolutely nothing. My husband then resumed eating like a teenager before heading back to a different doctor after the gas chamber started up again and began to pollute my house in new and unfunny ways. This doctor ran some tests and figured out. My husband has IBS. I don't know if he's always had IBS or if this is a new thing or not, but the more I think about it, he probably did have IBS when I met him, and it would explain why he disappeared into the bathroom for 45 minutes on our second date, as well as that time he went to the bathroom during our wedding and came out with different pants on. Actually, I've noticed that he tends to change his pants multiple times during the day when he's home. So now I know that he's probably been crapping his pants and not telling anyone. I also know he's been wearing Depends because he bought some the last time he had to go on a solo adventure to fix my fridge. Now he's aware of his diagnosis and has a list of foods to avoid. No more Taco Bell, beans, lentils, or overly spicy foods. He also picked up a new medical marijuana prescription that's supposed to help with his IBS. The new prescription doesn't make him as sleepy anymore, so he's a little more active when he's smoking and doesn't seem as loopy. This is probably a good thing. The bad part is, my husband was told by a doctor what to eat and what not to eat. That's fine. But the doctor didn't specifically say not to eat enormous amounts of food. So that's what my husband did. First he asked me if cheese was okay, and I said yes. So what did he do? He ate 2 pounds of cheese. This is the same cheese from the 72 pounds cheese will he ordered last year. He ate 2 pounds of it. Eating 1 pound of cheese is pretty bad, but 2 pounds of cheese. Needless to say, he got constipation and had to use the toilet at 3 a.m. yesterday and pushed so hard that he threw his back out and had to crawl back up the stairs to the bedroom on all fours like some kind of cryptid, scaring the dog and me into thinking that some kind of BDSM freak had broken into my house and was now grunting their way towards my bedroom. So now it's 4:50 a.m. My husband has seemingly come to his senses and hasn't been trying to rev his ass motorcycle in bed yet, and I'm awake because I never sleep. I just read his diagnosis. It's irritable bowel syndrome with a second helping of lactose intolerance. So all that cheese he's been eating? Yeah. That. It's insert cheese and get horrible gas and maybe divorced mode. Now I have to get rid of a huge cheese wheel that weighs almost as much as I do.